Module, we are going to cover general composition and quality of spices and condiments. We'll be discussing the history, scope, importance, and current scenario of spices in this lecture. So these are the key components which will be covered in this presentation, and the major focus will be on the history and origin, and various properties of spices and condiments, along with the current status and export industry growing in India. So if we talk about history, the spices dates back to 7,000 years old, and the archaeologists, they discovered spices in Egyptian tombs in 3000 BC, and the spice trade developed throughout South Asia and Middle East in around 2000 BCE, with cinnamon and pepper, and in East Asia with herbs and pepper. Even the spices were being discussed in the epic Ramayana, and the major focus was on cloves. And these are some of the important landmarks in the history of spices. Like in Pyramid Age in Egyptian history, the spices were being used in mummies as preservative. Even the spices were used as pepper and medicine in Charka and Susrutha. And the Chinese envoy visited the Malabar coast in search of pepper. Chinese, they imported large quantity of pepper from Malabar coast and Java, and the foreign invaders, they also explored India in case of spices as well. And the first research station for pepper was established in India at Panur, Kerala, and this was the data being collected from Spice Board of India, which indicates some of the establishment centers of spices. Uh, if we talk about the scope of spices, because India is having diverse soil and climate, and several agroecological regions, they provide the opportunity to grow variety of spice crops in India. Spices, they contain large volume, and so it is a very high value crop, and it plays a unique role in India's economy by improving the income of the rural people, as well as so much labor is required for the spice industry. So a lot of employment opportunities, they are being generated for the rural population as well. Spices, they also improve palatability and appeal of the diets, and the flavors, they stimulate salivation, and they also promote digestion. Digestive properties, they are being elevated with the incorporation of spices in foods, along with the improvement in health and in the mood as well. Spices, they also contain antibacterial properties, they increase the shelf life of the foods, and they are good for making pickles, and they are having strong preservative quality uh, that is being required to enhance the shelf life of the food. India is known as the land of spices because it is the largest producer, consumer, as well as exporter of spices. And after India, China has taken the place in spice production, and 109 spices are there across the world, and India has captured 52 spices out of them. So share of spices in total agricultural export is around 6%, and India's share of world spice trade is 45 to 50% by volume and 25 to 30% by value. So many value added spices are also contributing to around 43% of the total foreign earnings uh, in the spices. So export of pepper was the major contributor, which had gone up to 18,850 tons, and which is being valued at rupees 77,788 lakhs. So this is the production and productivity of some of the spices, and this data has been taken from NHB, and it's a 2010-11 database for some of the spices. And this is the production share under major spices in India for the year 2010 to 11, in which garlic and chili they have taken major share in spice production. So if we talk about state-wise, the production and productivity, it goes like this for some of the states, and like Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Karnataka. So this database is also collected from NHB, and it is a 2011 data. So some of the states which are growing mustard, fennel and cloves, this map indicates some of the major states growing these spices in India: mustard, fennel and clove. And this is about pomegranate seeds, nutmeg and fenugreek growing states in India. So cumin, aniseed and vanilla growing states in India is shown in this map. And the export of spices from India in 2010 to 11 is given in this table, and the source is DGCI&S. So this is the month-wise total exports of spices from India. Indian Start is the source of this table. So there are many competitors as well for some of the spices across the globe. For garlic, like it's China and Thailand, black pepper, Vietnam and Brazil, and so on. So that was all about the spice production and its current status. See you in the next module. Till then, happy learning.